Yeah, may
Hello,
I
sir.
continue? Yes.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm against the visit to Egypt because Nigeria has been generating electricity even before I was born. I cannot remember the year they constructed Kenji Dam. There's another dam at a place called, another power station at Afan Power Station, another station at Ogorode Power Station, and others in other parts of the country. They'll be generating electricity in Nigeria. They did not go to anywhere to learn how to generate electricity before those dams were constructed during the First Republic and colonial period. Why go to Egypt now? If we are unable to supply electricity constantly, there must be reasons responsible. When I was a little boy in the 60s, the electricity supply company then was called ECN, Electricity Corporation of Nigeria. They were very, very efficient by any standard we measure them anywhere in the world. But after the Civil War, and a decade or two after then, things started deteriorating till we got to this deplorable condition. So if you want to generate electricity constantly in Nigeria, you have to look for the reasons why the dams, what's it called, the hydroelectric power stations are no longer working. Agorode Power Station, Afen Power Station, I think there was a plant at Ughelli also, if I'm not mistaken. The reasons why they are not functioning, they are not in Egypt, they are in Nigeria. And also, the Egyptians are different from Nigerians. The way they organize themselves there and the way we organize ourselves here, they are radically different. They also have their cabal over there. We have our cabals. The interests of the cabal and the interests of our cabals, they are not the same. One of the reasons why we are unable to generate electricity in Nigeria is caused by Nigerians importing generators from Japan and other parts of the world. When they bring their goods, they just have to look for markets. So they use their influence to disrupt electricity supply, to create demand for their products. This is the root cause of the problem. Now, if Peter Obi is saying that he's going to Egypt to learn how to generate electricity, will he also go to Iran to learn how to run refineries? Will he also go to England to learn how to supply water? Will he also go to South Africa to learn how to construct roads? So there are so many things wrong with the country which has nothing to do with outsiders. You see, one funny thing about Nigeria is this. Whenever we run into problems, in finding solution to the problems, we go to those who cause the problem for the solutions, which will not yield any result because the solutions they are going to prefer will make the problem more complex. So this guy going to Egypt to study electricity supply for less than a week or two, in my opinion, is exercise in futility. He should tell us exactly why he went to Egypt. There could be other reasons why he went there, which is not disclosing. And even if he's to go and learn how to generate electricity, 2 weeks or 1 week is grossly inadequate for him to master what is going on there. He can have online discussions with the people he has gone to meet over there instead of going there. We, we are fully aware that most of the political leaders traveled out of the country. What we call Jagaban went to France. What Atiku went to, is it Dubai or so? I don't know. I mean, they were not in the country. So they have reasons for leaving the country. And these reasons must be connected with politics. So that is my opinion. His trip to Egypt is an exercise in futility. I cannot hear you.
Uh, yes, sir. I understand what you are trying to say, but at the same time, we are trying to emulate the Western world, the Western development. So and we are not seeking assistance or experience from them, what does that really mean? If you are opposing Peter Obi for visiting Egypt, you know, then we should just live in our primitive lifestyle in Nigeria. There's no need of complaining that we are not moving forward. We are trying to measure ourselves with the West. We want Nigeria to develop to be like the West. That is why we are always criticizing our government. So if we cannot seek assistance from them, if we cannot seek experience from them, which means we should remain whatever life we are living in Nigeria then. I don't understand this. I
You
really
know,
don't understand this.
Madam, look, the issue is this. Why must we always go out to seek assistance when other countries are eager to come to Nigeria to learn from us?
There is a
No,
if they want to learn from us, if really we have the experience, how come we still don't have steady electricity in the country over
you
these
see,
years? So
during
if really we have the experience, how come we cannot use it to impact our own country?
no,
So
excuse
I disagree, sir.
no, you see, the issue also is this. While we were generating electricity in the days of ECN and what's it called NEPA, where did we go to learn how to generate electricity? We put ourselves together to come up with ideas on how to generate electricity in our country. We have done certain things successfully in Nigeria without going outside. An example I always cite is education. When Obafemi Awolowo's UPN and Action Group decided to introduce free education at all levels, they did not go to anywhere to learn it. They sat together, they sat together, took the Nigerian conditions into account, worked out the modalities internally, and they rolled out the plans, sold it to the people, and they implemented the program successfully. The trip he undertook to Egypt is an exercise in futility. There's a gentleman here, Mr. Justice Ekagwere. Excuse me, madam.
He said, Mr. I have to read it. Mr. Akbajeve, your criticism is baseless and an individual goes to abroad to add to knowledge, and that is a problem for you. He he is not even in government yet.
Yes,
So people,
that's our brother,
mhm,
Mr. Ekagwere.
mhm.
You are reading Mr. Ekagwere's comment.
Justice Ekagwere, yes.
Yes. Justice Ekagwere, thank you very much for your opinion. As I was telling you, for how long should we as a people keep on going abroad for solutions? Now, take for example, in Benin City, while I was there, I don't know exactly what it is now, the streets were very dirty while I was in Benin City, especially during the corn season. Should we go to India or Britain or Jamaica to learn how to keep our streets clean? We have to work out the modalities to keep the streets clean, to keep our markets clean. Public toilets must be clean. We don't need to go out. This electricity problem is an engineering problem. It's not that we don't have dams. It's not that we don't have power stations. There's one at Ogorode in Saple. There's one in Kenji, Afan Power Station, Ugeli Power Station, and so many others. They've already been established. The problem is run it. It's just like a father who married a wife for his daughter. For his son. After marrying the wife, they had children. The son is not going back to the father that, oh, please, father, you married this lady for me. I have children now. I don't know how to control my family. Come and control the family for me. That is how I see it. This is how I see it. The issue
Yeah.
is this. When
It's
Nigeria
not
was Nigeria, especially during the days of Yakubu Gowon, when Nigeria was Nigeria, we ran these things efficiently. I hope you are getting me. We run these programs efficiently, so there's no reason why we should not be able to run it efficiently now, because there's no reason why we should not be able to run these things efficiently now, because certain things are fundamentally wrong in Nigeria. The people you look up to as your godfathers are the people ruining the nation. Who are those important generators? Why is it that your power station, sorry, your what's it called, your refineries are not working to the extent that instead of exporting refined products, you are now importing petrol. You sell the crude oil abroad. You now import petrol. You see, one thing we should know is this: this electricity problem is not alone in Nigeria. The entire society, sociologically, we are encountering very serious problem. It's just like saying the police force is corrupt. Who told you the police force is corrupt in Nigeria? I disagree. It is the Nigerian society that is rotting. When you are recruiting the policemen, you don't go to Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Malawi, Ghana, Sierra Leone to import policemen. You, you recruit them in the Nigerian society. The Nigerian society is rotting. That is why the police is rotting. A rotting society cannot create a clean police force. So if the society is not well organized, stop disturbing NEPA. It's not NEPA alone that is not well organized. The immigration office is bastardized. The legislature, they are no use to the country. Even the state house has a lot of problems. These are sociological problems which we address as Africans, as Nigerians, instead of going to Egypt. If you go to Egypt, the way they organize themselves there is radically different from the way we organize ourselves, unless we want to turn us to Egyptians, which is not possible. So this is my opinion. Our brother, Mr. Kagwere, thank you very much for your comment. And please, we encourage you to keep on criticizing us so that we share opinions on how to make our country a better place.
Yeah, I understand you, sir, but I think many Nigerians would disagree with you on this because we are trying to move forward. We want our country to resemble the structure of Western world, the Western world. So if we are not seeking assistance or experience from them, I don't think we are going nowhere for now. So looking at this upcoming election in Nigeria, with the political structure of Nigeria, what is the chance of Peter Obi? Because Peter Obi seems to be bringing a new face to the Nigerian politics right now. So many of the youth are supporting Peter Obi. So do you think that will help him in the general election?
Well, Peter Obi, although I don't know anything about him, I must be very frank, but the Nigerian youths have been pushed to the wall. They have no option than to do what they are doing now. In fact, I expected them to do more radical things. They've been very, very reasonable with the system since independence. During the NSAS was called protest, the youths were making certain, they put forward certain demands, which the ruling cabal deliberately refused to address because we are running a feudalistic government. They refuse to address these problems. People are suffering. If you want electricity in Nigeria, you must buy your generator. If you want, water supply, you must drill a borehole. If you want good health, you must go to a private clinic instead of the hospital. If you want justice, you need to pay heavily for a lot. There's nothing the government of Nigeria is doing for anybody. So if the other way out is to throw is to support Peter Obi, personally, I find nothing wrong with it. But my only little worry is that we don't know much of this guy. The English people are saying that not all that glitter is gold. Not all that
Mm.
glitter is gold.
So, yeah.
Politicians in Nigeria, they've told us horrendous lies in the past. After lying to us, they come to government, they rub everybody's faces with shit and tell you, go to hell. Now, this guy is coming. What I'm saying is, you should please sit this guy down, quiz him properly, tell us what you want to do, how you want to do it, where will the money come from. There are still so many questions which this guy has not answered. For example, let me cite an example. When we talk of fraud in Nigeria, Nigerians at home always think of what is happening within Nigeria. There is monumental fraud between the government of Nigeria and most African countries, African governments. In a certain country I lived in, I will not mention the name of the country, the Nigerian government gave them 18 million barrels of crude oil for developmental assistance. The money, I mean, the crude oil, they did not even mention it. When a military government took over the government, the matter came to light. So they started to investigate, only to discover that Nigeria actually shipped 18 million barrels of crude oil to that country, and it was unaccounted for. So this guy has got monumental problems to grapple with. I do not know who his assistants are, how they hope to deal with these issues, because what Nigeria is even losing abroad should be up to a quarter of what we are losing at home. So that, I mean, the ruling cabal is milking Nigeria to death. So whatever measure the youths are taking, take it from me, they have no other option. They are even very, very lenient. They are very liberal in their approach to the problems, considering the amount of hardship they are putting up with. How do you expect a university graduate to be a taxi driver?
Exactly.
If he choose to be a taxi driver on his own, that I want to go into transportation, that is a different matter. But somebody holding a master's degree, running a roadside restaurant, if he choose to run his restaurant like McDonald's, Nando's, Stairs, and those international restaurants, there's nothing wrong. But if it is absolute necessity that is driving him to that, I mean, to such a point, then you know that the society is in an advanced stage of moral decay. So whatever the youths are doing, if they want to vote for Peter Obi, may God bless them. I have nothing against them. But they should be
Hey,
they should be extremely careful that this is not another trickster coming under a different guise to rub people's faces with shit once again.
okay, sir. Okay. Right now, if, for instance, you are in Nigeria, who will you pick as your favorite, and who will you vote for?
It is very difficult for me to say who I will vote for because what my likes are, what I want, what's it called, the candidate might not even be addressing it. For example, I was telling you the story of my educational background some time ago on this program. I received free education at all levels, from primary, secondary, HSC to university, first degree, second degree. My education was absolutely free. There is no reason why that program cannot continue. So if I'm to vote for anybody in Nigeria today, that person must have a clear-cut program for free education at all levels. If none of them is having such a program, I will not cast my vote because I have the right.
Then you allow people to vote for you to
I
decide.
have the right to be neutral in a political matter. I can cast my vote for what's called Jagaban or Atiku or whosoever it is. And I also have the right to say this time I don't have confidence in any of them. As a Nigerian who benefited from Awolowo's program, any any politician who is not having education as his key policy or among his key policies is not appealing to me. So that is for me.
There's a comment here. Collins Emmanuel said, all that are happening because the head is corrupt. When the head is bad, the other parts of the body cannot function. We must stop those old virtues, politicians. Mhm. So, Via Money Group said, I don't trust Nigerian politicians.
I
Absolutely,
think I
yes.
think I think they are correct, madam, because a fish. When a fish want to start get rotting, it starts from the head. That's where the rot starts from before it affects the whole body. The head of Nigeria is rotting. So there's absolutely no way the Nigerian society will be correct. Just like the example I was citing earlier on about the policemen. You cannot say that Nigerian policemen are corrupt. It is a very wrong assertion because the Nigerian society is corrupt. They are recruiting men from a corrupt society. You cannot recruit clean men from a corrupt society. So if you want to reform the Nigerian police force, start with the Nigerian society. There should be justice in the system. People should not be shortchanged. When a Nigerian runs into a problem, be you in Kano, Kaduna, whatever it is, government should play its part in seeing that that person's problem is addressed. If my problems are addressed, then I owe the country a responsibility. But when I run into a problem, like I cannot pay my school fees, and I've done all sorts of things to manage to pay my school fees, as far as education is concerned, I owe the country no responsibility. So that is just it. So we just have to fix the Nigerian society. We should stop identifying particular sectors of the society, like passport office, central bank, the what's it called, road transport. No, the entire society should be addressed holistically. If not, we are yet to begin.
Interesting.